Yalla habibti. Let's normalize. I'm willing to work on it instead of that's just how I am. Ooh. Right, habibi?
That's fine.
Older women are starting to say in their 40s that they prefer younger men. And we've had people on our podcast that are in their 40s that have said this because I'm not in my 40s, so I don't know. But they're saying because they're more easy-minded, they're not stuck in their ways, and they're not intimidated by strong women. So they're like, we are, and I hear this all the time. The older women are saying the young men
What's
got
older
it.
woman then? Let's talk about that. Since
Well, 40s.
Okay, so 40-year-old women who like younger men just like boy toys.
I could believe that.
They just like somebody because everybody done written them off and nobody want them. And now they just want a sexual partner and they know it's not going to be a
nobody want them. It's not going to be
it's not going to be no attachment because the young dude ain't going to be a young dude eventually going to be like, well, you know, I'm just going to get with her and that's it. And they know this ain't long term. He already know it ain't long term. If he like 26, 28, he know he got a future with something else. So this is just a pass along, pass by.
Well, there's some men that have been like Drea's with, oh boy, they have a kid together. He's like 23 and she's 45 or something.
But then there is cases where, you know, there is cases to where an older lady can like really like turn a young boy out. And he's just overwhelmed and he's just like, damn.
I think that it's kind of strange that when men are with super young women, we're like, that's disgusting, you're this. But when women do it, it's not looked at like that.
I don't give a what a man does for work. If he does not come home and contribute to your life, meaning helping you with the kids, helping you with the house, helping you with the laundry, he is not the one, sis. Yesterday I was upstairs cleaning. Now the house was completely destroyed. Like I had a really busy day working, answering some messages, posting content, just really catching up from being gone over the weekend. And then I went upstairs and I started doing laundry and getting all that sorted out. I hear Eric come home and he doesn't come upstairs and say anything to me. He doesn't come up there, tell me hi, kiss me, whatever. So I just finished doing what I'm doing. And then I come downstairs and the entire downstairs is clean. Dishes washed, counters wiped down, the floors are clean, everything is done. And he's in the greatest mood ever. And this is like a reoccurrence. This is actually something that happens all the time. Like he just comes home from work and he just cleans the house and he cooks dinner and he does the things that needs to be done so that we can have our time together in the night. And he said, I realized you probably had a busy day. Like you probably, I had mentioned to him that I was like trying to get caught up.
But she don't go to work, right? And her man coming home from work and he cleaning the dishes and he cooking. Bitch, bye.
So he realized that. He took into note, like, okay, he didn't just come home and get angry that the laundry wasn't done or that the kitchen was dirty or the dishes or dinner wasn't done. He wasn't mad about any of that. He's just like, you know what, let me just clean up really quick, make some dinner. If you do not have a partner that comes home and it contributes to your life, you don't have a partner. You literally have...
Bitch, you talking about coming home and then I'm cooking and cleaning with you. What the hell you were doing all day anyways? You're cleaning up one house. You're not cleaning the whole neighborhood. It shouldn't take you all day to do laundry. Laundry takes 2 hours max. Bro, see, this is what I'm talking about, man. There are simps out here. And I'm not saying helping your wife is a bad thing.
But why do women feel that they can't court a man when he's courting her? So why do women feel like you can't tell him, hey, get dressed, meet me here, or I'm going to come pick you up. We got dinner plans. We got this. Let me fly you out. Why is it a problem for women to do the same thing to men but expect the man to do everything? I guess I'm mind blown when it comes to that.
So I'm a jump in on that. Because I can relate to you. So I think that a lot of women was raised off of survival and not love. I think a lot of women was raised on literally coming out of survival. I'm just speaking from my personal experience. I was raised out of love. I was taught that if he paid a bill, you leave the tip.
I don't participate in those conversations because I think that women who don't take care of the men that they love are broke, to be quite honest. The ones who complain about, oh, why are you doing that? It's because they don't have it to do. Because let me tell you something. When a woman loves a man, she will spend that bag.
Man, this is the Nothing But the Truth live podcast. women that come to the gym dressed half naked, tube top, little shorts that roll up into their twat, and then sit there and wonder what we looking at. We can't even focus on working out because we too busy looking at you with your full display. Then y'all get mad when men look at y'all or stare at y'all and say, oh, he's being weird. No, you're being weird when you decided to wear no clothes to the gym. And I understand it's your body. It's your body. It's your choice. You can wear whatever it is that you want to wear. I do agree with that. However, I just feel like the gym needs a dress code at this point because women are coming in the gym with less and less clothes on. Where are your clothes, honey? Where are your clothes? Again, I understand it's your choice, but at the end of the day, this is a public place and you're not at a beach. Like, you're not at the pool. So why do you have on as little clothes as possible to come to the gym to work out with all these other people? This is not your personal gym. Like, it's not. If that's the case, you need to go to you make a gym at your house. Like, nobody wants to see all of that. And then have the audacity to have an attitude when people stare at you. Like, girl.
Honestly and truly, they do the same thing in other areas of their life. I think there was one young lady who was at the football game, and mind you, there's kids there. And she just decided, I mean, it was an LSU game. It was a home game for LSU. So you understand that there's going to be people there. I don't think I've ever seen an LSU game that hasn't been like not sold out, but there haven't been a lot of people there. My point is, you have an audience of people, kids included. For some people, it's a family tradition to go to these football games. I know in Texas, football is a big deal, So you're bringing not just adults, but kids as well. The kids be out there playing, doing their own thing, whole 9 yards. It's a family event. And for y'all to come up here and ruin it, why? They don't listen to anybody when people say, hey man, stop ruining it for everybody. What are you doing? Don't talk to me like that. I get to do whatever I want. Yada, yada. No, you don't. Stop ruining it for everybody. Please.
I was in college. I dated a very traditional Christian man who asked me at one point, how do you feel about after you graduated, we just immediately got married and you were a stay-at-home wife and you didn't have to work? I was honestly offended by that question because I was so passionate about this thing that I was getting a degree in that I was just so eager to enter the workforce and do this thing that I loved and get money for it. Fast forward to today, I've graduated, we broke up, I'm now working in the profession of the thing that I got a degree in, and I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done.
I had a chat with a friend of mine last night who was complaining about how women don't want to be housewives anymore and they just want to have a career and they want to work and they want to hustle. And it was just insane because I looked at him and I was like, who on earth wants to work? And he was like, every woman, they want to work, they don't want to be at home, like they don't want to be taking care of the kids and whatever. And I was like, name me one woman that wants to work right now. Like, there's no woman on earth that just wants to work and hustle and whatever. Like, it doesn't.
The girlies are quitting their jobs. McKinsey just released their Women at Work Report 2024 edition. And what they found is that about a third of women are planning to leave their jobs.
Pretty much every video I post about careers, I get a ton of comments from people saying, I just don't want to work. Like, I wish, I don't know, no job sounds appealing to me because I just don't want to work. My own story of the path I was on in my 20s, I did quit my job at 31 as a marketing director.
I took a few days to kind of chill out, cry all my tears, get all the anger out before I made this post. After 17 years of teaching, I resigned from my teaching position.
Do you think you'll be better looking in 10 years' time, starting with you?
I think so, actually, yeah.
Okay, you're 28, better looking in 10 years' time at 38?
Yes, yeah.
48?
Yes.
58?
Yes.
68?
I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I got good genetics. I'm gonna say yeah. My family's they're healthy, beautiful skin, and yeah.
50 years, 78, better looking?
I would say I'm I'm just gonna be beautiful regardless, you know.
You're 25, better looking in 10 years' time at 35?
Definitely better looking because I'm going to get surgery.
You're 23, better looking in 10 years' time at 33?
Honestly, yeah, I would say. I do have a lot of potential.
I need a listener.
The ring on your ring finger, what is that
It's
about?
the only finger that it can fit on.
Nah, boo-boo.
I ain't gonna lie, mine like that too though. It's the only one that can fit on.
Are you married? Are you married?
I'm not married. So let's just clarify, you're not married.
I'm not married.
So you got a
Excuse my
situation
language.
going on? What's going on?
No, I'm about 4.5. Why you gotta handle me so rough, boo? Single.
Oh.
It's complicated.
It's
okay?
complicated.
Say less. Cause see, I can't take the hit me in my stomach too much. She's disrespectful.
I don't give no
I don't
respect.
even know
And
her.
I don't listen.
Yes, ma'am.
I popped my balloon because you said you need a woman that's a listener. What she said to you shouldn't have shook you for you to attack her. Because if she didn't pop her balloon, you probably would have not said nothing at all.
Listen.
Levels of consciousness.
Talk to me.
I just said I need a listener. She's battling with me. She's challenging me. She ain't let me get mine. Look again. Look.
Why would I listen?
We're gonna move on to the next. Hey.
You seem like a narcissist, like you just want shit to go your way, you just want, it don't kind of give that when you say like you rap for a living, but you haven't made it yet. No offense, like I'm not trying to say like that,
You might be a little more calm. You was here way before me.
I wasn't waiting for you, I was just here because I was invited.
I never said I was a rapper. I said what I do for a living is write music.
No, you said you was a rapper.
He said he write music.
I gotta know, because I thought you said you was a rapper. I'm sorry.
No.
I am listening, whoever said that.
Men with cheek piercings are freaky as hell. That's a freaky piercing.
On the eye?
I thought popping pussy was just dancing. I thought it was like twerking.
That's what I thought.
Well, I knew that that's what you meant.
Yes, that's what I meant.
But like once the internet makes you
yeah,
they're looking to Joe, what?
That's my wife, yo. That's my wife for the time being.
That's my wife.
What's going on? We have a Kelsey market, by the way. Yeah. There's a Kelsey market that's been made. Will Akash and Jess Lee divorce before 2027? I just want to point that out. Okay.
2027? We have like a long way.
Yeah, we got a good one.
Yeah.
We're trying to rebrand you right now, Jess Lee. I gotta wait that long.
Everybody knows what that means. The problem is, your husband is saying, she's a virgin, she's a good girl, she's not doing anything wrong. And then we cut to you saying, I was doing this, I was doing that, I was popping my pee, I'm hoping to have relations with multiple people at one time. I'm thinking about your husband's stuff. He's very, very attractive. Not just, oh man, he's a handsome guy. Objectively speaking, because I have a husband, so I'm not really attracted to him like that, but objectively speaking, he's a nice looking man. No. Your husband is huge. Waking up with my behind sore. That's what people are talking about. So nobody's confused.
Ask everyone to rate their own looks on a scale of 1 to 10. You can't pick 7.
I would say like an 8. I would say like an 8. I'd say 10.
I would say a 5 on a bad day and a 6.5 on a great day.
I know you.
But sometimes I'm in the mirror, I'm like, you're a 10, man, because it's all about the mindset.
I would say a 9.
I think I'm a 10.
10? Okay, what about you?
A 5 or 6.
I would say 8. There's always room for improvement.
Why don't average looking women, why don't they think they're average? What do you think 100,000 men would rate you on average?
Probably 7. 7-ish. I don't know. I would assume that I'm their type. So like a 10, I don't know.
Pushing a man until he finds of women. Let me tell you what. Oh my God.
Just another day in the office. View discretion is advised.
So I am on the freeway, right? My freaking tire, my tire light comes on. I pull over at the gas station. My tire wall is busted out, right? I'm at a gas station. There's multiple men in work trucks. And I literally was like, can someone please help me change my tire? Like, I will pay you. All of them said no. All of them said no.
For whatever reason, every time one of y'all make a video like this, there's always multiple men just standing around doing nothing. I just find that a little ironic, but I digress. Sweetheart, they don't have to change your tire for you. That is not mandatory. It's not an obligation. It is not a law. They can exercise to not change your tire.
This one man was like, do you need to jump off? I can do that. But you can't change a tire?
You know, contrary to popular belief, changing a tire could actually be difficult if you don't know what you're doing. You can really get hurt changing a tire if you just out there experimenting. So I'm not sure if those men knew how to change a tire or not, but the fact still remains they don't have to do that. Your entitlement is the reason this is so difficult for you to digest. And if we're being quite frank, why didn't you change your tire? It is your car. You are the one with the situation. Why didn't you use your resources to get that tire fixed?
I'm the most independent person, and this is probably the one thing that I've never had to do, because I grew up in a family of men.
You're such an independent person, but this is the one thing that you've never had to do because you grew up in a family of men. Why didn't you just call one of the men in your family to come and help you with this situation? Why didn't the men in your family make sure that you had AAA? Why didn't the men in your family teach you how to change a tire just in case no one is around and you had a situation like the one you have now? It seems to me you did yourself a disservice because if you're so independent, this is one thing that independent people should know how to do.
So, here's my life right now. I'm stressed. My boyfriend's on his way, but I was trying to get somebody who could do it quick because we live in LA and traffic is up. And I was crying. Like, I'm just a girl. What the hell?
Ah, those fatal words. I'm just a girl. In other words, I am incompetent and people need to do things for me because I am just a girl. But in the same breath say that you are so independent. This is not making any sense. You wanted a service done by random men. They did not want to perform said service because you are a random person at a gas station. Let alone something goes wrong, they will be held responsible. Not to mention, it's not that you don't have an outlet. You're just not willing to wait for the outlet. So you expect or assume that the world around you has some sort of obligation because they are men to help you. In the nicest way possible. Sweetheart, men don't owe you. They don't have to do any of these things. Call the men in your family. Call the boyfriend that you say you have. These are the people that owe you that. Those random men do not.
I mean, one man was literally, his truck business had mechanic on it. He was like, no, I can't.
Yeah, on second thought, I don't believe that story. What I believe happened is she did get a flat tire. She pulled into a gas station. There was one man that probably did not know how to change a tire or wasn't equipped to do so. He told her no, even though she offered to pay him. And she knew that wasn't enough to get on here and make a video about it for people to rally behind her. So she had to add a little more flair to it. But my stance is exactly the same. Those men or that man does not owe you a damn thing. Call the men in your family. Call AAA. Call your boyfriend. These are the people that will owe you something. And AAA in particular, you would have to pay them. But you know, I know she's not going to listen to me because I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, keep the change.
Some people say, if you don't have money, a woman will not love you. You don't know women. When you have a lot of money, she doesn't need the money. She now needs attention. When you have a lot of attention, you don't have money. The woman doesn't need the attention. She needs the money. When you have both the attention and the money, the woman doesn't need the attention and money. She needs a bad boy. When you are a bad boy, the woman doesn't need a bad boy. He needs a church boy that is holy. If you're a church boy that is holy, he needs a church boy with a little bit of twerk of bad boy.
I am 42 years old. I am single. I'm a mother.
Behold, the 40-year-old single mum. After 15 years in a relationship, she is back. The moment the relationship ended, she started posting selfies again. Her Instagram, a carefully curated grid of sadness. Each caption reads, strong, independent woman. She doesn't need a man. And yet, her entire personality is about desperately trying to find a man. I'm not picky, she says. She just wants a man who is funny, emotionally mature, financially stable, physically fit, 6 foot, loves kids, doesn't have kids, but is amazing with her kid. And of course, no drama. Even though she is the drama. When her kid is with her ex, it's self-love week. Translation, wine, and bumble dates with boys half her age, just to feel young again. Her leggings, 2 sizes too small, pulled up to her ribcage to contain the chaos underneath. Ah, yes, the 40-year-old single mom. She's like a car crash. You don't want to watch, but you just can't look away.
The last time I was single, I was 24 and the dating pool was everyone. And now it's like a shallow puddle of age-appropriate men who are old and gross, and I don't want to do that.
Stop being a woman in general, right, ladies? I'm just kidding. It's easy. Shut up, bitches. We have everything. We have everything we've ever wanted, and we're still not happy. I think we're the problem.
One of the most toxic traits that the majority of women have that I don't hear anyone talking about is the way that women will always apologize or tell the truth only after they've been told about the consequences to their actions. Let me explain. If a woman is only telling you the truth after you've threatened to leave, just know that it is a form of manipulation and a form of self-preservation. Because the only reason that she's supposedly being honest is because she doesn't want to have to deal with the consequences to her actions. And let me give you an example. Let's say you tell your wife or girlfriend that you don't want her having Snapchat, but she turns around and she's been having Snapchat behind your back, and you question her about it, and you're like, you know what, I'm not cool with you lying, I'm out of here, because you have self-respect, you have morals, you have self-worth, and you're like, no, that was a boundary for me, I'm cutting you off, I'm never talking to you again. And now all of a sudden she's going to tell you that she has Snapchat, that, you know, she hasn't been happy. She's telling you that, you know, all of the things that are supposedly wrong in the relationship, and she's finally being a truth teller. Again, it is not to be an honest person. And this is where it gets twisted. When she gets into that next relationship and she starts telling the new guy, oh, but I was so honest, I was so upfront, I always told the truth, she leaves out the part in the situation where she only told the truth to keep her ass in this relationship, or to keep her from accountability and to deal with the consequences of her own actions. Because is it really honest behavior or somebody that has integrity if she's waiting until all of the cards fall against her and not in her favor for her to be honest? No, that's fake, that's manipulation, and you shouldn't be falling for it. The majority of women are not telling you the truth because they don't want to hurt your feelings, or the majority of women are lying to you because they don't want to deal with how you might react. Okay, bye.
That's unfortunately true for some of these women. Their natural inclination is to lie, which I guess, to be fair, is for a lot of people. But that's what they're doing. I'm going to lie. I'm going to try to get out of it. And the last ditch effort, when you say, especially when they have a lot to lose. Oh, well, shoot, he going to leave and he's serious about leaving. I better go ahead and start telling the truth. I better go ahead and start coming clean. But you know, with coming clean, I'm going to still justify it. I'm going to say, oh, well, I was put in this position. Believe me. Well, you know, you've had experience with it too. She's somehow going to put herself in the position of a victim. Poor little old me. I never meant for this to happen. It's just the way the situation worked out. And it was just the cards I was given. It was just a deck. I had to play it. I had to. There was nothing else I could do.
There was a lawsuit not too long ago by an artist that was like hired to your label that was dismissed
twice.
What did you learn going through that?
Never work with women.
Oh, come on.
There's truth in every joke. But it's a sad truth. Like, I will never be alone in a room with a woman that I work with, like ever again.
Why?
It's too risky. That case was dismissed twice in two different states. And there's hardly no mention of it online. When that case was brought up, it was on every single blog, every single front page. And I lost so many brand deals, relationships off of a story that was not even slightly believable. She said I sacrificed a goat in a sexual ritual. All people read was the headline, right? And that's all it takes to lose everything. That's a crazy concept. I lost millions of dollars off of an arbitrary story that some woman told. Like a crazy, crazy story that some woman told. So, with that being said, how can I be comfortable being in a room with a woman that I work with and not feel like she can just say whatever she wants? It's like, it's not worth it to me.
Show me a 10 that's complaining about being married, please. I would love to see a 10 complain about being married, because at the end of the day, we got all these girls up on here complaining about marriage and they solid 4s. Hence Cardi B. Y'all talk about, oh, Cardi did it. Cardi before the surgeries was a solid 2 to 3. Maybe even a 4. But she got her nose done, her face done. She got good money now. So Cardi looks completely different. You know what I mean? And just like a lot of you girls, y'all come on here with your lace fronts and your long eyelashes fluttering and your lips done and all this other stuff done, thinking that you a baddie. You're not a baddie, baby. Take all that off. Take off the clown makeup. Take off that funky lace wig. Take it all off and let's see who the real baddies are. Because I love to tell you right now, you not. Everybody want to come online like, oh, you're a baddie, you're a baddie. Women love hyping up mid females for whatever reason. And you know, men be in their DMs because they easy targets. You know what I mean? So it's like, y'all sitting up here thinking y'all something when really y'all not nothing. You know what I mean? So y'all want to come out here and complain about being married and complain about being a mom. And most of the ones complaining about marriage, half the time not even goddamn married. Just talking about it doesn't sound good. Well, baby, that's probably why you're not married, because you don't look good. Your personality's not good. You're a basic.
The jig is up. This is what happens when real pretty girls get tired of fake pretty girls pretending like they're pretty girls and complaining like they're pretty girls. She might be the cut the malarkey queen. She is not having it anymore. I didn't even have to say nothing because she done spoke the gospel. She done said everything that need to be said. Amen, amen.
No offense to the homeless people, but like, you know, when you get on the subway and there's like a homeless person sleeping and like everyone has to get out of that car? Yeah. That's what my husband's smell like. Oh my God, I hope he's not mad.
I'm going to tell you something. Without a doubt, I would go, you have to leave. The disrespect will only get worse, and no woman wants to sleep with a guy if she doesn't respect you.
This is a tough one, man. It's tough when you know these people, yeah.
Akash, please call me. I've helped get people that I don't like.
Go ask Giannis. Go ask your boy Giannis. Go ask Chris Stefano.
Well, he don't give me credit, but
he doesn't give you credit. I'm giving you credit now. Go ask him. Ask them all where they went. Who's the doctor they told you to go see?
If I'd have known, you know, what I know now.
But you've been bluffing for years. So
ain't nobody been bluffing. Ain't nobody been bluffing.
You became my nephew, and that's it.
Ain't nobody been bluffing.
Anyway, how's your love life?
How's yours?
I'm good. I'm pregnant and I'm happy now. So what's up?
I mean, I don't understand why you coming at me like that. Like, what is it that you're based? No.
He was scared.
He was scared. What was I scared of?
I don't know.
What was I scared of? Tell me what I was scared of.
Look, well, it wasn't even that he was scared. He just wasn't with it. Look, when I first got the wilding out, I was like, oh my gosh, I like this. He quiet, like he ain't all over the place, like, you know, he ain't wilding.
Pick it up, pick it and kill it. Whatever that shit is.
That wasn't even out when I first got there. That was a later game.
That was a later game.
Yeah,
for sure.
so I tried to throw some game on him, but he was like, oh, don't you have a boyfriend? I'm like, who the fuck be worried about that? You know what I mean?
Me?
Like, who? Yeah, right.
I come from out the ghetto. The kid you about to just hilarious in my hood. You know what I mean?
But
I don't play them games.
My boyfriend, he wasn't that type of nigga. So that's the
what
thing.
What type of nigga was he?
That's why, yeah, I did. That's why I was going that chick. I'm like, okay, now you cool. You know what I'm saying?
He quiet, he low.
Right. But he really like funny, like he down to earth. I'm like, all right, cool. So I told him that I broke up with him. I'm like, say like, what's up now? He was like, you didn't break up with him. Like, no, you didn't. And I didn't, but I'm like, this nigga gay. Like, how you not?
You see how up that is? You see that fucked up?
Because he wasn't interested, he gotta be
don't
gay.
Want that, I don't want none. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I was like, all right, he just gonna be a brother at this point.
Yeah, because you gotta understand, you know, I gotta be very selective with any woman I deal with because of the perspective that I have and how I live.
Why you would rather be trapped with a bear?
I would choose a bear because more often than not, if I'm not a threat to the bear, if I'm not like safe, it's like not a mama bear that's trying to protect her cub, then more than likely they're not gonna bother me. Like,
where you getting this information from?
I actually read a lot. I follow a lot of nature pages and like that. So as long as you look just as threatening to them, they'll leave you alone. And then after that, I'll go about my business. I don't trust men as much as I might trust an animal. Like animals, for the most part, they really do steer clear of us. A man, like he could be on anything. He could be tweaking in his head. I don't know what he's going through in his life. He might try to snatch me up when he.
What if the bear is fucked up too? What if the bear got like some severe trauma? Like they just gonna attack anybody?
I'll take that chance with a bear. I like animals. I don't.
You'd rather be attacked by a bear?
I've had experience with men already.
So wait. So let me ask you a question, right? Who you think you got a better chance fighting?
All right. See, now this is where y'all got me. that because it was a very blanket statement, a very black and white question. Now y'all putting stipulations and extra.
All right, but you.
I've been like driving on a regular street with the sidewalks and everything, and there's a bear right there, and there's also a random crazy man right there too. And sometimes the crazy man might do something. You know, it's never really been like the bear does something. It's more so a fact
unprovoked, right?
Yeah, it's more so a fact of I'm angry, so I'm gonna attack them. I don't like this about them, so I'm gonna attack them.
I'm not a Yogi Bear specialist or anything like that, but I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I've seen countless videos where you have to stand still and not react when a bear is even on you, touching you. You have to stand like a statue, and even if he presses up on you, you can't run.
Why are we pretending like these aren't still wild animals? Yeah. They both.
You went to
worst
case scenario when it came to the man, but not the bear.
But realistically, people are in the forest all the time.
The man could just be as lost as you are, and just like you say, humans are more intellectual. So I can
but
figure
hold on,
out a
I'm
way
trying
to
to
get
figure
out
out
the
why
woods.
y'all trying to make us change how we.
I'm
not make us, but y'all asked us a question. We answered. Y'all about for men. What? I don't know why. Man, y'all want to be in a woman, a man?
I just
want to bump buddy.
She's all talk. She's all bluster. She's our dog. She's a yapping little dog behind a fence. Nothing's gonna happen.
It's not behind the fence. It's in front of the whole world, you f***ing idiot.
I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
It's not behind the fence. If she just did this on girls' night, drinking some wine, it would be all right. But she does it on the internet. And the worst part is you haven't even gotten her offline. Now you're putting her on podcast.
Are you fucking serious?
I am. Problem. I promise you, I'm ungovernable. I've been with lawyers. I've been with doctors.
Oh, okay.
I've been with white men.
Oh my God, she reached the top of the mountain. She's been a white man. Oh my God.
She's been with them, but how many ever retained you? All that means to me is that you will let men of any race go deep inside, and then they throw you back to the streets from where you came.
And the only reason why white men are the saviors for the moment is because society allows them to be. So once I deconstructed that, I went back to black men. And
so basically what you're telling me right now is you were out here for the wrong reasons. You were with a white man for the wrong reasons. Instead of actually liking him, you were with him because you thought that he was going to save you. You were with him because you thought he was going to buy you a whole bunch of stuff. Then you was going to try to flip that and say, oh, black men, they can't do this, they're not doing that. But actually, you came to find out you're a trash person, even with a white man. Now you take it from the black man to the white man, and now he got to deal with your foolishness. Oh, I'm going to come back to the black man. No. You don't need to be with nobody. Well, maybe I'll try somebody Asian. No. Well, maybe I'll go to somebody Hispanic because don't talk to any of them. You need help. You need therapy right now. You do.
I'm here to stay.
I want to make a point because I don't even want to touch that. I think the internet's going to touch that for us. But I think you said that.
If this goes out.
You said that. You
might have to cut this part.
Yeah, you got.
It's out, baby.
I cut her part. Yeah. What she said was some. But you
what I said was some bullshit.
Let me explain. You held the mic.
You're very sensitive.
You held the mic.
You're extremely
I've been taking my turn.
Yeah, she's extremely sensitive. And I grew up around boys. Like I know sensitive boys. I have all boy cousins.
So sensitive. I'm gonna cry after this podcast.
I can look in the eyes and see.
Tears.
Who really got it.
Oh my God.
No.
I won't be able to sleep at night thinking about. Oh my God. If I could only be with a woman like that. Anyway, but the point I want to make, right, is this.
You think the internet gonna grind me up?
Oh yeah, they're gonna chew me up. They're gonna chew me up.
No, sorry. All the man said was that was and through your own emotion and irrationality, you began to call him out of being a boy.
Women, Ben.
You're not married. You don't have any kids.
Let him talk.
You're a YouTuber. I'm a veteran. I'm a widow because I was married, right? I have a daughter that I put in one of the best schools in this country, right? I'm not gonna say how much I make money, but I make very good money. I'm a contributor to my community.
And I still want you.
I don't want
You're still gonna be a leftover, baby. She's screaming she's not masculine from the mountaintops, but even outside of her wounded masculine behavior, she's currently competing the things that she's done within her life to a man.
That's absolutely fine. But she believes that men of value want this. She believes men of value want this.
Oh, you smell funny, right?
I smell funny?
Yes, you do. You smell funny, and the niggas that I fuck with, you can never touch. Even the white boys, you lame ass. Are you serious? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. See, I told you don't bring me around these nut ass. I make too much money. I make $350,000.
So then represent yourself. So then represent yourself like we're going to sit down and have a conversation.
Exactly. And these are the types of women that would say, I make $350,000. I'm feminine. I'm in my divine feminine. I'm in my soft girl era. I know how to listen. I've done the healing work. I've gone through therapy. And at this point, any man would be lucky to have me.
You have 3 kids. How old are your 3 kids?
4, 6, and 8.
All by the same man?
Yes.
Why y'all not together?
We were married. We got divorced.
When did you get divorced officially?
In September.
Of last year?
Yes.
Okay. They want to know, why did you get divorced?
We were together for 9 years, and honestly, I felt like we grew apart. And when we first met, I was in my early 20s. And if I'm being honest, I felt like I really didn't have requirements then outside of like physically. I like him because he's tall, dark, and handsome, and he opens my door. But as the relationship progressed, I felt like we weren't going in the same directions, and our mindsets just started to drift apart. And I thought at one point, okay, in my mind, I see his potential. I know what he can be because he's a great man and he's a great dad. We got a beautiful schedule with our kids. I just thought I was putting too much pressure on him because of who I thought he should have been, instead of just saying, okay, he is who he is. And I don't want to say I didn't like who he was, but I just felt like he wasn't a good fit for me.
Okay. So it was your decision for the divorce?
Yeah.
Okay. We got some paid questions for you.
Oh.
Albert C said, so when you grow apart from the next guy, will you divorce him too?
Yep. We got to be equally yoked, and then we won't grow apart. We got to constantly date. Yeah, no. If we grow apart, we grow apart. I'm not going to stay in a situation where I'm not happy. I'm sorry. If that marriage was in God's will for me, I would have stayed. It wasn't for me, and I'm not going to stay in a situation because we had 3 kids and we were married. I wasn't happy, and he wasn't happy. He felt like I pressured him to be somebody that he wasn't. And I don't want to be in a relationship where a man is feeling pressured to be somebody that he's not because he wants to stay with me. It doesn't make sense to me. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Fantastic. I love it. Thank you, Kendra, for having this young lady on, or she's probably not that young anymore, but thank you for that. I appreciate that. This lets men know straight up out the gate, this is what she's about. Put them on full display so everybody knows what they're up to. So every man knows what he's up against. So the brothers that go out there and they marry this woman because she looks cute, because she got a big behind, or she's nice up top, or she know how to kiss just right, or she know how to go down and she know how to do things just right, and she got the lips on her, and she just, I hate to see you leave or whatever it is. I like watching you leave. I hate to see you go, but I love watching you leave. Basically, all that other stuff, she done already told you, bruh. She's not a good person. She's not a good woman. She's a loser. This is what she is. Well, I don't feel like God told me. He didn't tell you that. He didn't. Well, he wasn't doing what I thought he should be doing. And that's the problem that we having right now. Well, how come men ain't going out and getting degrees? How come men ain't going out and buying houses? They not doing what we want them to do. Well, why they not doing that? I'm getting sick and tired of them not doing what we tell them to do. Not showing up like we tell them to show up. Get out of my face.
So how did I deserve to die for the crime of the man who my mother?
Speechless. How did you deserve to die? You're right there. I'm confused.
That's because the law protected me. I was born exactly 3.5 years to the date of Roe v. Wade. My birth mother went to 2 illegal. and I was almost killed, but she backed out because of the law and fear for her own safety. She told me if it had been legal, she absolutely would have. And 6 years later, she changed her mind about it, like many women do. But I literally owe my birth to the law, which protected me. So I'm asking you, how did I deserve to die for the crime of the man who my mother?
Well, at that point in time, you were still, in your mother's belly. And
But how did I deserve to die? Why did I deserve to die? Why? If this man has done something heinous, we're going to take this brother and lock him up. When he gets to jail, God knows what they're going to do to him and with him. Now we turn the focus back to this young woman who needs support. She needs attention. She needs medical assistance. She needs mental health, emotional assistance, the whole 9 yards, because this is a traumatic event. But how does it then turn to, I don't want this. I need to take this and eliminate it. That's what she's trying to understand.
She had all control over you because you're a part of her body. And if she wanted you removed, that's her choice. I'm glad that you're here today. Like, you survived. Congratulations. But it's still her choice. And it doesn't matter about if there was a law there to save you. Like, if she wanted to, she could have. And that's it.
So I value you as a person, and I can tell you I'm so glad you're here, honestly, and I'm so glad you're alive. I'm so glad you were born. But what I'm hearing you say is that if you had your way, I'd be dead right now. Because my birth mother's choice, her choice was to kill me. And the law protected me. And the question is, did I deserve the protection I received?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's okay. You can take your time.
If you think about it from sort of a religious standpoint, because I think that's kind of where she's coming from, you have Adam and Eve in the garden. Eve goes out and despite what she was told to do, she goes and does something else. She had a problem. Now, well, there's 3 people. So you have the serpent. He did something he shouldn't have been doing. And Eve did something that she shouldn't have been doing. Now, Adam is just chilling. He hadn't done nothing wrong yet till Eve hands him the fruit and he eats it, right? And now you have a problem. Now, instead of one person having a problem, we have 2. And now instead of 2 people having a problem, we have 3. In this situation, she's saying, okay, the man who came in, the criminal who came in, he has a problem. He messed up your mom. That's one person that has the problem. Now, we come in, I say, okay, I'm going to get all of the stuff fixed that I need to get fixed, that I can get fixed. Instead of keeping it, she says, I'm going to go ahead and remove this out of here. Now you have a couple of problems. Instead of just having one problem, you have 2 problems now. Now both issues need to be corrected. Going back to Adam and Eve. The serpent came and did what he was trying to do. We're going to correct that, right? But now you did something, Eve. Now you need correction. Let's stop it right there. Eve goes and tells Adam. Adam now does what he's not supposed to be doing. Now we have 3 problems. So Adam now needs to be corrected. Adam can't then come back and say, well, I did wrong because it's the woman that you gave me. I was out of line because she did it. No, you're not going to take blame and shift it. You're going to stand on your own 2 feet. I'm going to deal with Eve. Well, what about the serpent? I'm going to deal with the serpent. But you did wrong. I'm going to have to deal with you. And even outside of a religious debate, you have it in society where the law is supposed to work and say, okay, you're the offending party. We need to take care of you. Well, what about this? What about that? Well, don't worry about them. We're dealing with you. You can't sit up here and say, well, they did this and they did that. I'm dealing with you. You make sure you stay out of trouble. It's something that my grandmother used to tell my dad all the time. I don't care what nobody else is doing. I don't care. You do the right thing. Daddy sitting in class had to learn the hard way. Everybody, the professor or the teacher at that point in time, because he wasn't in college, comes in, all right, pop quiz, puts the quiz on the desk, walks out. Daddy does what he's supposed to be doing. Everybody else, oh man, here's this answer, here's that answer, here's this answer, here's that answer. They exchange the answers. Teacher told him not to talk. He decides, okay, I'm going to change my answer. Teacher comes in, grades everything. He missed the answer that he actually had right. Instead of listening, following, and doing what he was supposed to be doing, he moved out of his position and now he got it wrong and had to be corrected. I told you, don't look at anybody else's paper. Don't exchange answers. Do what you're supposed to be doing. I'm going to handle them. You do what you're supposed to be doing. Well, he did this, and so I shouldn't have to. So I'm going to erase the memory of, we're going to fix him. We're going to take care of him. We're going to handle him. You do what you're supposed to do and go ahead and take this. Whatever you want to do with it afterwards, don't let the mistake continue to go on.